get the 6. We have a massive 666 chance, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so that's the scaling that's going to be happening here. It's going to get out of hand very quickly. What's up, YouTube? So you've successfully done it. You've exited this little cell, and now you have access to some of the end game charms like nose. So here we are in a situation where you could pick up a nose. Should you do it? How does it work? Well, we're going to explore that today. And the answer is a resounding yes. You should absolutely get the nose. It's completely cracked. So we're going to start with the 3 spin because we're not worried about scoring. So with our ticket, we're going to grab the nose. We're also just going to grab the skull right now because it's right there. And we're going to take a look and see how much scoring we get done with nose. So let's find out. So there goes nose. It gave us 24 coins. It's a good start. We actually got lucky that it triggered on the first one because of what happened in the last pull. And here goes nose again. There's another 21. And so the next pull will not have nose, but the one after that will, most likely. So we're feeling really good about our position. We already have enough to go through, and that means we equip all of these. Okay, and the first thing that we're going to do is just deposit up to the point where we only have 1 to go. And we see that we actually can't afford to roll and have 7 spins, so we're going to pull first. We're doing 7 spins because sometimes nose gives you something like cherries, which don't score very well. And so you'd rather secure a bigger score first. Like that. That's a much better score. Bells are plenty good. So now we have 2 tickets and we have 46 coins and we can explore the shop a little bit. Obviously we take the Clover voucher here. Necklace and nose have a funny interaction because this can apply to the entire pattern created by the nose. So we'll just go ahead and grab that as a sort of a just in case situation. An early sardine is actually pretty good too. In the event that we find a clover field, it's very good. We'll just go through the round here. We'll take a look in here. Cross is beautiful. We like cross. Nose Baphomet is one of the most insane things in the entire game, so I'll show you guys what that's like. We'll just take the tickets from this Jimbo. It is a very good Jimbo. And we'll equip this house, grab the charms, grab the Clover voucher for the Clover tickets, and let's see what the phone has to offer. Just reroll this. I think we're gonna BRB, but we may end up rerolling that again. So the collector is actually a phenomenally good charm, especially when you have something with, I mean only when, but when you have something with the trait, it's actually very good. Somewhat hard to beat. We know that we have a little bit of interest in here, so we can roll 1 more time, and we may end up buying voicemail as well, just for the early symbols multiplier. So we'll just start working towards our cross here. You notice when the nose goes off, we're going to score a lot bigger than we did before, and that's because of the pattern multiplier. Once we get the symbols multiplier in there from the phone, it'll be even better. Okay, so the scoring's getting pretty nice here. Go ahead and grab voicemail, do a little deposit. And that's most of the round in. We're in a pretty good spot here. We'll get 14 interest. I mean, there's no way we don't go through. But nose is going to go off here. So there you go. I mean, that was lemons and it gave us 76. So what I like to do is very neutral growth. I have a neutral growth here and I have neutral growth here and a very neutral non-committal base that could lean into diamonds or treasures. So we're probably going to want to roll this again with our last ticket. That's going to give us symbols multiplier. It's also going to give us access to a better phone result. Go ahead and toss this. Now we have 3 pattern mult. So this is about to get pretty yummy. Unfortunately, there was another diamond pattern there, so it didn't go completely postal. Like that. That's what we wanted to have happen. So there you saw the necklace sync up with the nose to create a very big multiplicity of result. I'm gonna reroll this, and we will simply go for, well, actually, this is better, huh? So the question is, what do we want that to land on? And I think the answer is ideally the collector himself. So we're gonna go ahead and hide some of these results. Definitely not sardines. We have one more that we can hide. Who is the weakest link? I'm gonna go with Baphomet for the moment. We'll take Avid. That's additional symbols multiplier. It's also additional patterns multiplier. So this is going to get gross very quickly. Very quickly. We're fully neutral, but we have some really nice scaling going. And that's what I like about this kind of build, is that you stay totally neutral. You don't have any issue with scoring. So what do we get? We got a lost wallet, which we can't use at this time. We're not going to use this because it conflicts with the nose. This is very good. That's some scaling. We'll get rid of this. We'll just get rid of the wallet and re-roll the shop. Now, cell phone is a phenomenal option. I think we'll just go ahead and replace this sardine with the cell phone here. And this is going to get very out of hand extremely quickly. Please observe. So we'll make a 666 happen here. And that will scale above and below, which is what nose is going to hit. And, yeah. As you can see, it starts to happen quick. And it gets real nasty real fast. So the card is scaling this, so we're likely going to lean treasures or diamonds here, because we have this synergy going with, this synergizes with nose, but it also synergizes with this card. So we're likely going to lean towards those symbols. We'll pick up some diamonds or some treasures manifest if we can find it at some point. The question here is, do we grab Midas? Do we take this? I think we'll probably just re-roll this. We could also reduce the chance for lemons and cherries, which wouldn't be too bad. The nice thing about that is that it would apply a trait, and that would mean that we would get another pattern multiplier. So I think we're going to do that. It makes it more likely that we'll hit the desired symbols as well. Scratch and Hope is interesting. We're not really in a position to grab this, though. Let's play for some tickets. Okay, that gave us a little bit of scaling from the card. Not bad. And we do want to roll this shop some. This Jimbo is not bad. We're going to skip. We don't want to spend 5 tickets on a temporary charm at the moment. We'll take this cardboard house. Now I do want to consider, anytime something has a trait, I do want to consider it because I have collector. But there's our diamonds manifest that we wanted. That's perfect. And I think because we don't have any sort of, well, we do have this. I still think I'm just going to go through and take the 4 tickets. Let's take a peek at the phone. Diamonds manifest more often is a no-brainer here. We would have liked to re-roll. It's okay, not a big deal. Re-roll the symbols not inside a pattern. Unfortunately, we're going to toss this because it doesn't work with nose very well. We're going to toss this as well, and we don't need that. Okay, now, however, this is pretty interesting, but our inventory is pretty good, so we're going to skip that too. An ambitious ring bell goes hard. It goes very hard. I think we'll get rid of this and go ring bell here. It gives us so much more pattern multiplier, and eventually the symbols multiplier will catch up anyway because we're not going to ring the phone that much. Actually, potato battery is pretty good here, but this inventory is looking kind of stacked. Maybe we don't need cross. No, cross would be the thing that would actually make it work though. Necklace is pretty good, but honestly, necklace is the one that's looking a little suspect right now. I think even though there's a beautiful synergy here, we're going to go away from necklace into potato battery. And there's a regular battery, which is great. So we're going to go for a long spin here because potato battery might recharge these. So we're going to try it. We do want a nuclear button. Beautiful. Potato battery goes off and gives them all a recharge. Now, if we don't score here, it's going to be even better. And we don't. So now we get to hit the button again, which activates cell phone again, which activates potato battery again. Wait, it didn't. Oh, cell phone wasn't charged. Never mind. But that's what would have happened. That's what would have happened. That's why we need a nuclear button right now. Okay, we're on the hunt for a nuclear button. We'll just refresh the charms, but the concept is there. Actually, painkillers is really good, but we don't need it. We'll play with just the regular batteries here. This is also good. We get the 6. We have a massive 666 chance, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so that's the scaling that's going to be happening here. It's going to get out of hand very quickly. Looking really nice. So we'll go ahead and grab this, and we'll continue our hunt for a nuclear button. That's funny. That's really funny. I think we'll skip it for the time being. There's another battery, so we just play. We can hope that 6s jam it up, but, you know, we don't have that much 666 chance. It's not likely. But we're not stressing at the moment. We've already made enough to defeat this deadline. Just imagine how aggressively this could scale. So we're almost at 1 million and we're on deadline 4, and that is plenty good for you and your games to escape from the room with all of the skeleton pieces. So we're just going to go ahead and collect the memory cards here and leave the room, and you can use a build like this to scale well into, you know, E200 if you wanted to. You have to make some adjustments eventually, but it'll get you there. And I know because I've done it. And just like that, YouTube, that's how you do it. You get the skeleton key, nice and easy. We actually completed this run by deadline 4, and you escape the room. It's pretty simple. So you just need to find your pattern multi, your symbol multi. Once you have all 4 working together in some kind of consistent scoring mechanism, you'll be able to escape the room with no problem. So thanks so much, YouTube, for watching. Take care. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.